Welcome back to another episode of Couch Godz with yours truly, Andrew Z, the host, the familiar face, the luscious lips.
You got small lips, dog.
I got small lips, kind of fucked, right? But
Your bottom lip's all right. Your top's a little.
I can relate to that.
I don't know. Well, because I got my face bit by a dog.
I was
So
there.
my symmetry is not there anymore.
I was there for that. Dude, you're such a little vain weirdo.
What do you mean?
Because that's like all
that
you
was
were
recent.
concerned about.
Was it, my face?
Yeah, you were like, oh, is this going to like shut? Dude, you can't even fucking tell. You can't even tell your fucking
I don't give a shit
When did
anymore.
that happen?
Not too long ago, a year.
I was going to say like a year and a half, but who knows? I mean,
Yeah, it's probably a year and a half.
it was like for sure a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Without further ado,
Hey, Andrew.
to my diagonal, Dave S3.
Forever and always, yes, you know me, the one and only, the third, Dave S3.
Fantastic. And back again. What is this, the third? Fourth?
Fourth, I think. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Julia,
Julia.
owner of the beauty spa.
Yes. I got to cut that out every time.
Huh?
Do you really cut out all the shit that when we said
Anytime somebody says it, yes.
why?
Anyone- Then why didn't you tell me that? I wouldn't say.
I don't know. I just let people be free. You know?
Well,
Except-
that's
but-
fucked up.
Yeah, but you don't though. You cut it out. That's not being free.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah,
audit
well, I
what
mean,
I
free
say.
is in post.
Free is what?
Free is not post.
I don't.
Free is here in the conversation. Post is slavery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
No, it's tyranny.
It's
That's-
tyranny.
Yeah.
Yes. There are the do's and the don'ts. But, yes. What was I going to... Big Body.
Yeah.
You know him? Big Body Best. Don't mess with the best, baby.
I thought you were calling me big body, and I felt.
I
kinda
will.
cool there for
I
a
will
second.
call you Big
I
Body.
feel like you have called.
That's my boy, Big Body.
Yeah, I feel like you've literally said exactly that before.
I think I'm sure I have.
I would cry
Why?
if someone called me big body.
Well, no one's gonna call you big body. You don't have a big body, and that would be offensive. Clearly.
Yeah, I guess. Well, losing 158 pounds sometimes.
Let's get into that.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
What was the process? What was the thought beforehand? What drove you to make that decision? Do you feel confident about your decision now? Is there work that goes into it, maintenance on the daily?
So I had gastric bypass,
Okay.
obviously. Well, not obviously. I mean, some people do lose it naturally. However,
Abby!
I had gastric bypass. But the reason why I wanted to was because I just felt like shit all the time.
Okay.
And I wanted to keep up with my kids. I could feel myself. So I wouldn't be that parent that would just watch from the sideline. I would force myself, no matter how bad it hurt, no matter how out of breath I was, to get up there and be with my kids. But I was like getting tired, and I could feel myself kind of pulling away and just not being a part of their lives. And I was like, this is it. I can't do this.
Can't do it.
So I was like, I have to do it. And it was the best decision I've ever made.
Got you.
Yep. Not only.
Are there lifelong effects of that in the negative?
So gastric bypass does have malnutrition as one of its side effects. However, if you eat a balanced diet and really focus on your proteins and eating like nutrient dense foods, generally you'll be fine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I had blood work and everything was good. I was
Solid.
surprised.
Dave, do you want to get gastric bypass?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be so fucking hot. It would be unreal.
Tight.
Dude. Oh my god, if I lost 100 pounds, I would fuck me. That's how hot.
You'd have.
That's how I feel about myself.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We're off the rails. I love it.
And so I'm like in the mirror, I'm like, damn, who is that fucking bad bitch?
Jesus.
Me. That's
I
me.
love it. I love it. I think about myself all the time. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm so vain, as Dave pointed out.
You are.
Every once in a while, I'll just shave myself head to toe. You know what I mean? And I'm just fucking, oh yeah, get into it.
Don't shave the arms,
You shave
Andrew.
your arms?
No,
Okay, dude, you did. You shaved myself
just the chest. You know what I mean? The chest and
Well,
the fucking
so you should
the
say
zooter.
like nipples to dick.
Nips to dick.
N to D. Yeah, ND filter. You know what I mean? All the way down.
So I shaved my chest one time. I feel like we were living together at this point.
And you clipped it.
What? No. I don't mean my dick. I don't shave that ever. I mean, I shaved my chest. Mm-hmm. Well, it was only because I didn't know what else to do. I had sunburned terribly. So it was like my hair was rubbing on.
Oh, on your shirt and your.
So I was like, okay.
It's got to go.
So fucking smart. I'll shave it all
Shave
It was
while
more
you're so
uncomfortable, huh?
so sunburned, bro.
Did you trim it first, or did you razor it?
So I did both.
You knocked it down.
Yep, knocked her down.
Knocked it down
Then
to a comfortable level, and then hit it with a.
Then I hit her with a fucking razor. And
Now
I was
how much chest hair do you have though?
He's got the beans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like everywhere, or all the way down,
It's pretty
Just the
consistent.
chest. Okay.
And I mean, it's not like my belly isn't filled like my chest like that. But
You should just do that the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The mystery man.
yeah, we should just do podcasts with masks on.
Well, so that's actually coming up.
Ooh.
We're gonna be doing
Halloween
costumes. We're gonna
Cosplay?
astronaut suits, furry
Who's
suits.
providing them? I'll do the furry one.
Bert's gonna be the gimp, from what I understand.
Good.
And we're gonna have a camera facing this way. She's getting Bert.
He won't be able to talk. Someone will have to get up and go over and open the zipper.
it. Yeah. Zip it. Get in your cage.
I'll smack him right in the face, and then I'll only open the zipper to spit in his mouth. Oops.
Fucking terrible.
Sorry, so vulgar.
Terrible.
Sorry. Wow, did that go too far?
He goes to the edge. It's kind of fun, dude. There's a constant struggle in these podcasts to get Dave to dial it down just a little bit.
I struggle. I'm like,
I've watched a few of the first ones, and I'm like, Dave, did you just say that for everyone to hear?
Oh, he
So-
loves
And
it.
he did.
yeah. So
Sure did.
Because it's so funny because so I've talked to a couple people, right, that listen, and they're like, I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't go on there and say something. And I'm like, yeah, wait till the trauma one comes out. Then people, I was like, holy shit, because I say some pretty, and I don't even go into the whole.
I know.
I held back, and I'm like, whew. But whatever. That's what the whole point of this is for me. Is this no inhibition. There's.
You just get into it. Where the cards lay, they lay.
Yeah, man. And people have made a good, I guess, a fair point that I didn't think of, and honestly, I don't think of now. But it's like, well, what if you are excelling in your job, or something comes up in your life, and this becomes a deterrent to that? And I'm like, well, I guess I don't want.
Fuck you.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't want that.
Hey, dude, this is my whole thing, right? There's girls out there filming themselves getting rammed by an onslaught of dildos in crazy positions, getting paid fucking bank, right? Getting paid bank, and they're paying their daddy's mortgage, right, at the same time.
Yes.
Society, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think of that. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm going to be me. This isn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think
No-
as long
no
as you
reason
don't
to
say
change.
that's anything offensive to a race or something like that, I think
You
it'll be
find that
fine.
hilarious.
I do, because sometimes it's funny to say things that aren't true.
No.
Yeah,
Let's not even talk about that, Dave.
Let's
not go into it.
I'll go into it.
This is the part where you'll lose jobs, Dave.
I like large butterball turkeys.
Okay.
You separate the skin. Sometimes you can use an air compressor and just blow the skin off of the meat. You know what I mean? That you put your hand up in there. And
What a transition. Okay,
you butter
continue.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You butter it from the
in
inside.
in between the skin and the,
It makes it real crispy and nice.
for sure. I made a turkey last year.
You tell that to most people, and they're like, "You're fucked." You know?
Why?
Yeah, it's a weird kind. It's a weird transition. It's a weird conversation.
No, it's
Not a butterball
it's
turkey.
not a weird conversation. It is a
Or we-
extremely weird transition.
Or is like the butterball turkey like not really a butterball turkey? Like what are we talking about?
Right?
Or are you talking about fucking a turkey?
No, I'm just saying, right? It doesn't matter what the context is. Everything can be taken, misled, and turned divisive.
See.
It's like, we got this whole shutdown culture.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It hurts my feelings.
It makes me feel sad. And everybody else should feel sad too.
Well, I'm offended, and everyone should be offended.
Everyone should be offended.
Yeah.
I think that's trash. I think everybody should be accepting and willing of other people's thoughts and opinions because guess what? There's too many fucking people on the face of the earth. Let's just be real.
I don't know. There are some pretty offensive opinions that should not be valid.
Well, I mean, I think
They don't have to be.
I don't think
Yes. Okay.
I think that's the great freedom of where we live in America.
I was going to hook shot the bottle, but I feel like
Yeah,
people would be like, oh, Dave's going too far again.
No, he just knocks the light down. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd make good podcast radio. I like to say radio. It makes me feel cool.
Yeah. Well,
Dave,
They what?
you sound stupid. That's fine.
Wow, that's offensive. Everyone should be offended because
You know
a
what though?
woman's
I'm
calling
eating
me
this pizza
stupid.
like this. So
So honestly,
offensive.
I was gonna bring it up. I feel like what's
the fact
more
that you
stupid,
just
I said
you just
radio or
yeah,
what you've
you-
done.
I just mutilated.
I'm talking about butterball turkeys, and you're
4 pieces.
de-skinning all my fucking pizza.
Are you? I'm sorry. Did you want those?
Well, look at them now.
I mean, you
they're-
can. I can put
No
more
one-
cheese.
No, you
and
can't.
stuff.
You can't.
no
put
one
more
wants
cheese.
these.
You're good.
You understand that?
You're good. I enjoy it.
No, you don't enjoy it. Be honest.
I don't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
But yes, get it, girl.
I was gonna say I kind
Get it.
I kind of enjoy it.
Oh
Put more in your mouth.
No. So, you've had my cooking before?
Yeah, which is why I'm surprised that you like Hint, because it tastes like shit.
Yeah. Well, so look, Hint for the people who don't know, Hint is just lightly flavored water.
Okay, it's the spell. It's correct. It's a hint, but it fucking sucks.
Well, so this is the reason why I think it's good, is because I just like water. And if I just get a hint of something, I don't like sugar. I don't like sodas. I haven't had a soda in probably 2 years.
You're fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
I have not.
I never had.
You're
soda.
absolutely full of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drink
All
Red
right.
Bulls. That's it. I don't consider that a soda though.
Now, I don't consider that a pop either.
Yeah, I don't
So
drink
if-
sodas.
Stop saying sodas. Like, you're pissing me off. You're saying sodas. And
Okay, this is a big debate. What is it in
It's
this?
fucking pop. Don't look at me like a fucking
Don't pretend like you
imbecile.
don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a fucking pop.
Is it pop in Pennsylvania?
It's fucking
Where are you from? Are you from Pennsylvania?
Excuse me.
Oh,
God, Julia, watch it.
Ew.
I can't believe you just burped on
It all depends on what side of the Mississippi you're
So
on.
hot.
Soda, pop.
Where are you from?
I'm from everywhere. I'm from.
All around us.
Well, I was born in Indianapolis.
What?
Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so you know it's pop then.
Guess what? I didn't drink it when I was a kid. Oh, fantastic story. This is what will lead you to why I don't drink it. Okay. So as we all know, soda's got like a syrupy kind of texture. A lot of people like that, the carbonation and the syrupy, the darkness,
Carbonation.
the richness. When you open a fresh soda that's nice and cold and it fucking hurts, a fresh
Crisp,
pop,
crisp.
Thank
a
you.
crisp pop, and whenever you take a drink of it and it hurts, you're like, yes, give me more of this.
Yeah.
Right? So
I don't like
the syrup, when I was in
Hurt my
when I
throat.
was in middle school, I started this thing called Lumberjack Wednesdays. Or no, Lumberjack Thursdays.
You told me this.
Yeah. So on Thursdays was our like intramural, our club, thing before class or whatever. Everyone got together. So I started this thing, the Lumberjack Club. You wear flannels and moccasins, and I would have this little cart, and I would give people flapjacks, and people were like all into it, and they're like, I want to be in the Lumberjack Club.
Like pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I
You roll your sleeves up with a pack of Marlboro Reds tucked in them too?
I did lots of shit.
I fucking believe you did.
And yeah, it actually kind of caught some steam. People really liked it, and we would do like cool like intramural things, or like try to cut down trees and then be told we can't because they're weapons, and
axes
what I mean?
and things.
Yeah,
sharp
and it was
objects,
just it was a constant fight because I was a mold breaker,
Right.
and then somebody said, why don't you just drink a whole bottle of maple syrup during one of the lunchrooms? And I said, sure. I said, I love that. I'll boost the fucking, what I mean, the morale of the jacks, of the lumberjacks. Let's get into it. And, and I didn't think it was going to like turn into something, but then it was like everyone knew. Everyone came up to me. They're like, ninth period, you're drinking a whole thing of Aunt Jemima's, aren't you? And I said, yep, yes I am. Wink, wink. And I said, no, this is getting kind of fucked. And, yep, sure enough.
Did you do it?
Ninth period came.
You drank the whole bottle.
Kevin Randolph, huge motherfucker, right?
Yeah,
Gets up.
Kevin.
You fucking Randolph.
Said, Andrew Zock is going to drink an entire bottle of maple syrup. And then he puts me up on the lunch table.
Did he pick you up?
Yeah, he's like, here you go.
He grabbed you by the waist.
Yeah, and he put me up there, and everyone's like, "Ooh!" And I said, "Here we are." I said, "This has happened quickly."
Who provided the syrup? You.
Yeah, I got it.
They didn't even fucking buy it for you. Wow.
No, I was like, I'm doing this. I'm in because
All in.
Yeah, I'm all in, fucking doing it. And I get up there, and I chug this thing, just gulp, gulp.
Oh, I can hear the sound.
Gulp, and it's just going down, and every gulp.
Yeah, you told me that.
Every gulp, I'm like, I'm gonna die.
I forgot the ending.
You know?
I remember.
Yeah.
Now.
And so I'm like, okay. So I get done with it, and everyone's like, ah! Like just fucking losing it. Kids are running around, fucking punching each other. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy madness. I'm like, oh, nice. Yeah. And then the teachers who were like, I was really good friends with all the teachers. And they're all looking at me like, you stupid fucker. You're dumb. All right. And so I go to my next class, and I'm like, feeling a little crazy, jittery. And then I'm like, I don't feel good. And I'm like eating shit. I'm like going to class and just slamming into the lockers because I just can't stand up. I'm going into sugar shock, right? Where I burned all my glucose receptors off pretty much. Immediately went diabetic. And I'm fucking...
Is it like hypoglycemia?
Yeah.
So your body releases too much glucose.
Yeah, I'm
and then
dying.
You shut down.
Pretty much, yeah.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'll make it. And because I'm a drug addict, even at this point. And I'm like, I've done worse, I'm like, just fucking maple syrup, Fuck the maple syrup. And then I get on the bus, right? We're going on the bus, and every teacher called my mom. It was like, your son is going to die. Because he just drank an entire fucking bottle of maple syrup. And I'm like, but I don't even know this yet. So I get home. I get off the bus. And you know how, cul-de-sacs, they have those storm drains, right? I get off the bus. It was just like Napoleon Dynamite, where the bus pulls up, and the guy's sitting there with a rifle pointed at the cow. And he kills the cow, and everybody on the bus is like, ah! But it was the same thing, only I got off the bus, and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, and I just fucking a hose of, and this is the craziest thing, right? I didn't know this. So when you drink an entire bottle of maple syrup and you go to throw it up, what happens is that it emulsifies in the beginning of your stomach,
right? When it churns up from the positive and negative pressure, right? And then it turns into a foam. And when it turns into a foam, it expands. And so I literally projectile vomited a rope of syrup for about 30 minutes. Like just, oh, like couldn't stop and couldn't breathe. Just my veins popping out. And people are just fucking, holy shit. Nick and Greg License just like ran away. They just like got their book bags, said, fuck that. They just hooked a right and peeled, you know? And I'm just like into this storm, you know what I mean? It's getting all over me. And every once in a while you get like a real heavy frothing where you're just like, and it just like, you know what I mean? Comes shooting out, right? Oh. Like your shit backs up, right? And whenever I get to the end of it, right, I feel like I am so fucked on all levels. I am crawling to my house. I'm on the ground. I'm fucking, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm going to get there. I'm fucking crabbing, you know what I mean? My God. Crabbing up there. I get up there and my mom's sitting there and she's just like, you stupid fuck. I went to the hospital.
What happened? Anything at the hospital? No.
Well, I
gave you some
fluids?
It
gave me fluids. I went into sugar shock and nearly died. And yeah, too much of anything is not good.
So,
apparently,
long story long, Andrew doesn't like pop because of the syrup.
That's
the
where
syrup
it came from.
Texture.
Yeah,
texture.
the texture.
Texture.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said that.
Maple syrup. It's funny though. I can have really good maple syrup, and it's like not a bad thing. Like it doesn't throw me off.
Well, real maple syrup isn't syrup.
Yeah,
like
but
real syrup.
Aunt Jemima's, get the fuck out of here. If somebody fucking sits down at the table, I'm like, fucking, you know what I mean? I just get super aggressive.
You have PTSD over
I do.
Aunt Jemima's fucking
I can't
syrup.
believe you didn't talk about that in our trauma episode.
Well, yeah, that's kind of that's kind of crazy that I'm bringing that up. But Aunt Jemima's, wasn't that deemed racist and they had a name change?
No, it was like a picture.
To like Mrs. Buttersworth.
No, those are two different things, aren't they?
Mrs. Buttersworth and Aunt Jemima's? Yeah, of course. Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, God.
Well, he threw me off. Don't look at me like that.
Julia, if you were to go into the military, what branch would it be? Memorial Day.
I'm so informed on the military. The Army?
The Army. Okay. Good choice.
Okay, Andrew, Mr. I want to be a military guy. What would you do?
Marines.
Oh, wow. I would have never guessed.
Marines, and try to get into SEAL.
Oh, and
SEALs.
then you would do buds.
The Navies. Yeah, the buds.
Yeah, they do like you little short fuckers.
Yes, yep.
Oh.
They do.
Snipers can't get us. You know, quick.
What about you, Dave?
Me? Mm-hmm. Oh, I would go into the Air Force.
Yeah, good,
The
smart.
Pussiest of them all.
Did I choose like the weird, like the most basic one?
We're not ripping on the forces here, guys.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's
you know
canceled.
what? We are. Fuck all you guys in the military.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yep.
honestly, you guys are just super cool, and I'm definitely not jealous that
Totally
there was
jealous.
a weight requirement of 214 that I could never, ever meet.
Did you try?
Oh, yeah. They were like, you have to weigh 214 pounds before we would even consider you. And I was like, so I have to lose 70 pounds? I'm like, you want me to lose 70 pounds? And
he's like, get fucked.
yeah, and then I'm like, oh, all right, I'm not going to do that.
This
That's
isn't
great.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who doesn't love getting rejected from the military?
Yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I was like, wow, that's pretty terrible. Wow, I'm fucking useless.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
shouldn't
were
have-
to the
Yeah.
military for sure.
Yeah, no, like in life, not just the military.
That's true as well, yeah.
They'd fucking suck me up right away.
They would. They'd eat you alive.
They'd be like, this fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh my God, he's a raging sociopath. Let's let him kill
He
people.
wants to do this.
Yeah.
He's excited about this.
I always kind of danced around it with my parents, and they're like, not happening.
Your parents told you can't join the military?
Oh, yeah.
How? Okay, how's that a thing?
Because they don't want their baby boy to get hurt.
Okay, that makes sense, except I forgot that you have to be 18, and, it doesn't matter what you tell me, parents. Pretty reasonable point I just made.
Okay, but... All right, Dave.
Yeah.
Anyway, Andrew.
My mom didn't want it, and I would never do that to my mom because I respect her, and I love her.
You would never do that to her.
I would never do that to her. If I would never worry her like that. But
Are
I
you
would. But I would worry her in the aspect of
Okay, I was gonna say, what the
raging crackhead.
What are you saying right now?
Crackhead.
I was gonna say, holy shit, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard you say.
This was before I was terrible.
Before you were Andy Bop.
Yep. You like that?
Like that.
Andy Bop.
You know, I just learned how to snap like 5 years ago.
Shut up.
Yeah, I had no idea how people did it. I used to try to do it with these two fingers.
You wanna
And then
see
for
an-
the longest time, I snapped with my ring finger.
You want to see an advanced snap?
Yes.
That's impressive.
What the fuck was that?
What? Yeah, whoa. Nah, this ain't gonna work. No. How the fuck did you do
Do
that?
it again. Slow motion, please.
Slow motion for me.
You're making that with your mouth.
No.
No, he's not.
You just like this from between the fingers? Is that what's making... What's making the snap noise?
How the fuck? That's impressive.
Wait. You have to do it against your mouth?
So like, so you do this, right? You put that. You close your fingers, and then you bend your finger up like that, and then that creates a void where it's suction, and then you.
Ah! I have nails, bro.
Oh, you almost had it.
Pinky or my finger. My nail. Wow, I don't want to do it again. I'm such a bitch.
Then you can do it under here.
Oh, I just hurt me.
Oh, I'm not. I don't have a neck anymore. I can do it on my thigh.
That
That is impressive.
echoed.
Can you can do the water drop thing, huh?
What?
Like where the...
I'm sure Kyle does
Okay.
that great.
Kyle?
Yep. Big
Why?
nose.
Why? I call him Big Dick Kyle, but why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why do they call him Big Dick Kyle?
He got
Because he's got a hammer.
A hammer.
Dude, this thing is, bro, it's got a zip code. Thing's out of control.
Who's Kyle?
Settle down. He's taken. God
Sorry,
bless
I'm
her.
just kidding. Sorry, everyone.
yeah, he got a big old. He got a porn dick, like, and he's always like, "It's a shower, not a grower." I'm like, it doesn't have to grow. Like, it's fucking jeez. And it's like everyone's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Because I've seen his dick." Like, what do you mean? If you had a dick like, if every dude had a dick like that, you would show your dick off.
100%. I'd
Yeah.
be swinging it around. I'd be grabbing things with it.
I'd be pushing it. Bro, you could smack shit off the table with that thing.
Yeah, I'd be
What
like,
happened? Did you call him? I thought he was supposed.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
he says, I'm sick. I'm
That
sick. I have
motherfucker's
to quit."
always sick. You got that MTH5C.
Like, this is what I would do. Like, whenever I go to, like, the bank and they're like, hey, you're withdrawing this amount of money, we need your ID. I'd put the ID down. Whenever they put it back over, I'd be like, slap, boom, and then pull it in.
Well, yeah, but you ain't even got to use your hand. You just go, whoop, whoop, like, toss it over, and thanks. And then just use your hips and slide everything off.
Like a
of the
salamander arm.
thing. Yeah.
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 What concerts have you been to, Dave?
Haven't.
You-
Okay.
you've never been to a concert?
So I did. That's funny. I was just talking to Woodstock. Shout out Woodstock again because he's been listening. So hopefully he hears this. So we went to this concert. Now I don't remember because I was
Out of control.
highly intoxicated, per usual.
Yep.
And all I remember was yelling random names to people to get into the center of the crowd.
Yeah.
And we did. And then what we proceeded to do, I believe, was yell. It was supposed to be it wasn't, though, but we thought it was a Def Leppard cover band. So the whole time after we left and we were drunk, we were yelling, Def Leppard cover band sucks. And like all the audio was all fucked up, so you couldn't even hear him real well. Well, that we came to find out it wasn't even like Def Leppard. It wasn't even like a Def Leppard cover band. It was just some other fucking band. So we just looked like raging lunatics yelling, like walking on the streets of Erie it was like for Erie days, I think is what it was for.
That sounds like Erie activity for sure.
Yeah, Erie activities are stupid and bad, and it's a terrible place.
Waldemere.
Oh, yeah. I know about Waldemere. Yeah, bad, dumb place.
Yeah, so
That's everything.
what about you?
Erie.
Have you been to a concert?
I've never been to a concert.
What?
Really?
Yeah, except for when I was like 8. It was a Toby Keith concert.
Okay.
And I was really mad at my mom for taking me, and I pretended to be sick so that we could leave.
Wow,
we
how
did.
selfish are
I
you?
was. I fucking ruined everything.
I am so... That's surprising to
I'm
me.
sick.
I'm like afraid to go to a concert.
Now?
Have you always been, or you mean like specifically now you're afraid?
No, concerts never really appealed to me. I don't think as like a teenager. And then recently, probably like for the last, I don't know, maybe 6 years, I'm afraid I'll die at one.
What? Why?
From what, a shooting?
Yeah.
Or like...
I'm terrified.
Dude,
I don't like to go
that
to the
shit-
movies.
That
I
shit
don't want
was
to go to.
crazy. I'd be having so much fun in that shit. And people like fucking, and I would just be like fucking moving. Where's it
Canceled.
at? Where I see it?
Oh my god.
And you guys worry about the shit I say?
Yeah, Andrew,
What do you mean?
canceled.
Yeah. You just talked about a mass shooting and how you would love it as people are getting their
No,
faces
I'm just
blown
saying
off.
it. I'm just saying it's exciting. You know what I mean? It's like what's going on?
It's terrifying
It's
that
somebody's
makes your-
because you can hear it. The fucking projectile,
Dude,
the bullets
the
skipping
projectiles.
off the ground and hitting shit. That's, you know what I mean?
Well, when I watched a video of that one of the concert,
You talking about the Harvest 91 in Las Vegas?
yeah, terrifying. I cried actually.
Really?
It's a very
What?
Nothing.
yeah
I was going to go too far. Yeah.
yeah, that was, listen, there's no doubt about it. Fucking highly anybody who was there, probably one of the most traumatic things that they've experienced.
For sure.
100%. Because you don't, look, it's like, a lot of times it's like a gun goes off, and it's like pow pow, you know? Couple shots, flames kind of go out. You got a mass murderer, he's walking around shooting people. That's terrifying because when is he getting to me? But a dude on a fucking skyscraper
you
shooting
have no
out
idea where he
a
is.
window, and the concussive sound of it bouncing off, and you can't tell where the fuck it's coming from.
No one even noticed it for like a few minutes.
Yeah, until
that's
somebody
the thing.
screamed.
Well, no, people, dude, there were like,
There were so many people that were so loud. People were being killed for minutes.
yeah.
People crawling over people.
That was, did you know that was actually only the second worst mass shooting?
What was it first?
What's his name? Norman Breivik in Oslo, Norway.
Oh, that guy? Whoo!
Yeah, he's like out of jail now.
Really?
Yeah, they got like these crazy ass
Death.
laws there.
Oh, yeah, where it's like you can be reacclimated to society after murdering like 50 children.
No, dude, he fucking killed like 69 people, like himself, like pretty close. Not like
On it, but this
he
is
wa-
the thing. He was on a fucking island.
Yeah, but well, you
Oh
know,
my god.
he
Yeah.
was dressed as a police officer, and he was so he set off a bomb in Oslo, in the capital, and it distracted everybody. Then he flew. Then he rode a boat over to this thing where all these kids in this camp was, and he was like, "I'm a police officer." And he was like, "I'm here to double check." And then he just starts capping motherfuckers. Then he's going around in the woods saying that he's a police officer, and people were coming out of hiding
And then he
and he would fucking shoot him. Oh. It's crazy. Like he close up killed so many fucking people. That's the craziest shit ever. That's the fucking worst.
I hope that somebody just walks up to him on the street and just fucking ganks him.
No, that ain't enough.
Well, I'm not saying gank him in like a crazy way. I'm just saying like throw like a gallon of acid on his face. Then he's just like disfigured.
He should be like eternally like.
Yeah, he just looks like a fucking. God, you got what you got.
I could think of some things.
Well, I mean, there's like that, and then the dude in the building in the Vegas thing, that never made any sense to me. What was his?
So, because I looked up into that, because I'm like really intrigued. Like I read all the journals. I read the full journal of Eric Harris. Like Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, the Columbine shooters.
Yeah.
Craig Scott came to my high school, and Craig Scott was Rachel Scott's brother. He was the one who pulled everyone out of the library. And like he actually came to our school and gave us a presentation on all of it. And so ever since then, I was just like extremely fascinated with like the mindset behind the people. And Eric Harris has this he writes a journal of like his thinking. Mm-hmm. And their whole plan was fucking crazy. Like when you look into like what their plan was and his thinking, dude, the bombs were supposed to go off and they were going to shoot everybody when they came out of the school. If their plan would have worked to perfection, they would have killed more people than the fucking Oslo dude in Norway. You know what I mean? But so I looked up into the Stephen Paddock, who is the we shouldn't even say their names, but whatever. Like,
fuck their names. Fuck those people.
Yeah. But the guy that did this shooting was he trapped himself on the 32nd floor and had like a corner room, and he planned it, and he had 2 rooms. Mm-hmm. And so there's like different things when you read it. The reason that they knew where he was because of something like he had the stairway blocked off or like fucked with the door.
Yeah, he had like a chain around it or something.
And so like, and they just noticed it by mistake. It wasn't even on purpose. It wasn't like because they were shooting. They found out, and then he shoots through his hotel room door at them. Mm-hmm. That's like the initial first shooting, and then he starts shooting at the
crowd.
At the crowd. And then before the cops like go to enter the room, he puts a couple rounds through, and then he fucking kills himself. Like there was no real explanation.
So they never figured out a backstory or why.
There was no motive. There was like no one really knows why. He spent a lot of money at the casinos, and like I forget what the exact statistics were, but he lost like $1.3 million in the last couple of years that he was there, and he like felt wronged by the hotel. But he wasn't even shooting people at the hotel, you know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't really, the motive of like being upset with the hotel doesn't really make the casino like doesn't make
he
sense.
just wanted to do something insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of those motherfuckers leave like a manifest, or they stay alive to let, you know what I'm saying? Like think about the Batman guy.
What's the Batman guy?
You know who the Dark Knight shooting when the Dark Knight came out?
Oh, and he walked into the dude's
Aurora, Colorado.
Dude, that shit. What was that? Did he have wasn't he dressed as the Joker or something?
So he like no, he
dyed
just
his hair.
Yeah, he was like. There's a whole bunch of conspiracies behind that, and I actually haven't looked into that one all that much. But like, the guy was like a completely sane, like rational guy, and like, but then when he's in court, he looks like he's on fucking just a whole bunch of sedatives and antipsychotics, and the guy's all fucking weird and got colored hair, like. Just everybody say he was like a way different fucking person.
Yeah, I think I think that there is something more in all of these. I'm not saying I think some like the Vegas one, that one sounds like somebody who just lost it and was just like fuck him. I'm going to fill my room full of ammo and guns and just fucking go to town.
The one that I always that is the most intriguing to me is the Sandy Hook school shooting.
Yeah.
Because I actually know a bunch of statistics about it. And, like, it's just the most unique and different, like, none of it matches with anything that's ever happened. And I spoke with Wolfgang Halbig, who was Wolfgang Halbig.
Who the fuck?
So
I spoke with Wolfgang Halbig.
So yeah,
please.
You can look him up, and like he is a I forget his position, but that's what he did is like, you know, the active shooter situation. He's like one of the people who designed what an active shooter situation is, and that all started from Columbine. But he worked directly on Columbine, and like people died when they didn't need to. No one entered the school because they were afraid of bombs and stuff. The whole point of an active shooter situation now is eliminate the threat. Does not matter if you're the only cop there. Like, your duty is to eliminate the shooter as quickly as possible. You go in by yourself. You don't wait for backup. Doesn't matter about bombs. You get to the shooter immediately. That's why when like an active shooter situation, and they're the ones that design that to create to stop those problems. Mm-hmm. The Sandy Hook school shooting. And, like, maybe there are more answers. I haven't looked into this for fucking years, so maybe there are, like, answers that now make sense. I don't know. But the whole thing was Adam Lanza is the one who did it. But there are, like, facts. And Wolfgang Halbig was the guy who, like, raised all these questions. He had, like, 16 questions. And it was, like, there was a shooting. And what's the most efficient way to transport mass trauma units? It's by helicopter. The Danbury... Connecticut trauma unit, like, didn't even know. They did not alert a helicopter. There was no trauma units whatsoever. The shooting took like 8 minutes, and he killed 26 people and then killed himself. It was the most accurate shooting that's ever been in recorded history. It was the only shooting to have where more people were killed than injured. And, like, the guy missed, like, fucking 9 shots, you know? It's an exaggeration. But he fucking barely missed any fucking target that he had. There's, like, all the school with the, like, surveillance was like, oh, we had a brand new surveillance thing. There's virtually no video of Adam Lanza shooting. When they made the arrest, he had Ryan Lanza, his, like, brother's, like, ID on him, supposedly. And they, like, showed Ryan Lanza getting arrested, but it wasn't him. And then when you look at the videos, like, everything's redacted, and they go into the house, and just, like, there's so many questions of it that don't make sense. And they show the guy running through the woods who they say was a parent, Chris Manfredonia, and, like, but they arrest him, and they say he's running, and, like, it's the only time ever that a school, like, a shooting has been classified by the FBI, and they, like, tore the whole property down. They put a fence around it with cameras and, like, barbed wire, and then demolished the school. The hazmat unit, like, to come take away the bodies and stuff, didn't come till, like, 2 a.m, and it was all real secretive, and, like, none of it was shown. And like, when they arrested him with the gun, they show a gun in his trunk, and it doesn't line up with what they said or the guns that he used. And it was just, like, real fucking weird. And a lot of people were like, oh, you know, no kids were killed. It's like a false flag thing. Like, I don't believe that. There's all this, like, people were actors, and Wolfgang Halbig ends up getting a little fucking weird and saying that people were actors, like, later down the road. Yeah. And actually gets, like, charges pressed on him. When I had spoke with him on the phone, he hadn't gotten yet.
So how was, okay, first off.
So I tracked this, I got super into it, because I was, like, so
And so you
intrigued.
called him.
Yeah, I spoke with him. I have it. If that fucking, there's so much shit, like, me using and just videos of everything that I almost wish I had to, like, look back on that phone I have at my house. I have, like, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 or something, and I had that phone for a long-ass time. I can't get it to charge, but there's so much shit on there. Like, yeah, my conversations with him, like, I was texting him and shit, because it was, like, shortly after it happened to, like, and it was just intriguing. Like,
how did you get in contact with him?
Oh, he was all over, like, YouTube, and he had, like, this website dedicated to this, like, the 16 questions of, like, why. He was asking questions. He wasn't, like, at first he wasn't being a fucking lunatic. Like, he wasn't. He had questions that, like, were reasonable. It was like, why is this the only thing to ever happen? Like, why aren't you answering? Like, why are we putting in Freedom of Information Acts? Like, why are you not answering? When the cops went in, like, all their reports don't match. It was just And things like didn't line up. Like I said, it was the quickest shooting ever. More people were killed than they were injured, and everything that the Danbury
So
State.
your conversation with him.
Yeah, no, it was actually not like. I didn't expect him to answer, and I was like kind of ill prepared for it. But we just spoke real quickly, and I was like, "Oh, I want to know what information you had." And he said that he was traveling. He was going to travel back there because he had kept getting. He would like go to the. I think it was the Danbury actual police unit, like in Danbury, Connecticut, and he like kept getting kicked out, and then there was people following him and filming it. Like you can look up all that shit, and he was talking about how he made another plan to go with his lawyers and like try and just get some answers because he had served on these like school safety administration boards, and like that's what his job was.
Yeah.
And so like his questions were reasonable, and then he gets.
Crazy.
Yeah, he gets carried away by saying like they were all actors and like nobody was really killed, and the school had like these crazy high asbestos levels, and the school wasn't active. When they showed it on the news, they did show like a drill of like Roger St. Lima School, which is like close to that one, and they like showed them running a drill, like, and they did. That's not like conspiracy. Maybe the news outlet just showed it to portray something. I don't know. But, like, they did. They showed the wrong fucking school, and it was, like, a drill that was going on at another school. And they showed that on the news instead of, like, the actual shooting at Sandy Hook. So, like, there's just a lot of weird shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, maybe, like, now more has been debunked or, like, I don't know because I haven't.
Yeah, gotten into it.
Yeah, this was like years ago, and I was fucking
fascinating. It's one of those things that I'm glad that you brought that up and went onto your deep dive of your knowledge of it, right? Because my mom, when I brought that shit up, my mom said, "I fucking hate you," because it hits a string because of the children, you know, and it's like, and I completely understand. And that's one. It's one of those things that I don't touch with a 10-foot pole just because of really my mom. But
dude, I'm telling you, that's why it was so interesting at the time because my mom was like, and I'm like, yo, I would ask her like questions, and I asked her like about the trauma and the helicopters, and she's like, they weren't even like alerted, and I'm like, no, and like and I was like talking to her about it. And my mom was like, "Oh, that is weird." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not saying nobody wasn't fucking killed or what have you. I'm just these questions are reasonable."
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is Chris Manfredoni?
And then
you arrest him in the woods.
I think the worst byproduct of one of these events is that strong thing, where they say it's like a city and then strong.
Oh,
they're like, Boston strong. Like, dude, I'm like, dude, I don't know what it is about that and how that became a thing, but please take it back, people. That's the dumbest shit anyone's ever fucking said in their life. Boston strong. It's like, what are you saying, bro? You sound ridiculous. You sound like you have the aptitude of a child. Whoever made that slogan, take it back, redact that. Out of all the things the U.S. government redacts, please get back there and redact that shit. Take back the shirts. They make a bunch of people look like idiots walking
Your
around.
shit is way more like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm saying, yeah, the things are terrible, right? The events are terrible. It's a terrible thing. But that slogan needs to go. You know, what? As soon as the first time I saw that, I was just revolted. I was like, what?
Why, though? I mean, okay, but
Just say it. If you say it and then you think, you're like, what?
I don't know. It just feels like you, like, stand with Boston.
Yeah, I kind of get it. I mean, you got to, like, raise morale a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was a really sad thing.
Boston strong. Like,
when you say it like that, Boston strong.
Boston strong. That was my best accent.
That was
Boston.
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 Yeah.
Boston.
And I'm not saying just Boston.
I know you're not.
I'm just saying any city they say and they have that strong at the end of it.
Right.
Holy shit. Every time I hear somebody say, I just want to cut my head off.
Wow.
It's just
That's
brutal.
intense.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah, it hits it. It's like, you know, pet peeves, right? Some people have pet peeves, right? That's mine. One of many.
A bunch
The
of people
crazy
get
eyes.
killed
The
in your
crazy eyes
city.
gave it away.
What?
The crazy eyes gave it away. That's your yes.
Yeah, well, you have crazy eyes all the time. It's nothing new for me.
It's okay.
Except those. Those are like.
They're like psychopathic eyes.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, but more to the debate. I mean, the Boston bombing thing was crazy.
I remember them chasing him. Like
Yeah,
the whole,
he's in a boat. He's in the back of a boat, dude. Can you imagine being some foreign kid that just?
Do you remember the shooting though that led to it? He got fucking shot like 3 times.
Oh yeah, they're chasing him down.
Bro, the shooting was like on fucking the news.
Yeah.
They get into like a shootout, and his fucking brother like runs to the cops to try and blow him up, and then they shoot him, and his brother runs him over, and they light the fucking vehicle up, and then he gets away.
Yeah.
And then they shut the whole fucking city down.
Oh, martial law. They got
Yeah.
tanks going around. People were in lockdown.
Yeah, it was fucking
Door to
I
door.
remember
They're
that.
knocking on door to door.
I think I blocked all of this stuff from my memory because I
Yeah.
don't know. I know like that it happened, but I don't know any of the details.
Well,
I remember that
Well,
one.
I was crazy at that point, sitting down doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? All hyped up, and I'm just sitting there. And I'm like, there we go. They're doing it. They're doing it. Martial law. This is what's happening. You know what I mean? I was a crazy dude when COVID happened, which I think we talked about, and they're like, everyone's got to stay inside. I was just like, it's happening.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
And
You
and
were
I
one
looked
of
like
those
I looked
people.
like an owl at that point. You know what I mean? My eyes were huge and my face was sucked in.
See,
And I was like 90 pounds. I was like, it's happening.
I was not like that.
Me neither.
Because I remember that dude. You know him, Matt, at the farm. Mm-hmm. Him and Alec. Remember Alec?
Yeah, you
Alec,
told this story.
Yeah. They just were like, "You're a sheep. You're gonna be the first ones." I'm like, "Or you guys are." I was like, "I'm not fucking worried about any of this."
I just saw it as the golden ticket of golden tickets.
For
I was
them
like,
to take over.
No, I was like, what do you mean? No one's gonna be anywhere. Everyone's got to stay in their house. I said, what? I said, so what you're telling me that all these places that have all this alcohol and money and different things, they're all going to be locked up? No one's going to be in there? I just brick through a window. First thing. Psh, just
Oh, so
fucking.
you were thinking about, like,
No,
like,
I was.
take- oh.
I was ransacking places.
Oh, very good, Andrew.
Yeah, I was ransacking places. I was a king for a little bit.
Impressive.
I was already clean, so I just was
Yeah.
like, I was
5
like,
years.
This is because what you have 2 more months than me,
yeah,
so that makes
Like-
that makes perfect sense.
Wow.
yeah. I was just like,
Little younglings.
Yeah, whenever he came in, it was like a couple days after that it started happening,
yeah.
and I'm roaming around the streets of Pittsburgh. I'm like,
I had like, so it's got to be a little bit more because yours was what, May 3rd or May 2nd?
May 2nd.
That's what I thought. Because you have my birthday or my friend's birthday is that day. That's how I know. Yeah, mine was February 8th, but I remember because like March 17th or 18th, and I was supposed to be doing work with somebody, and they called me and they were like, "No, we can't. Everything's getting shut down." And I'm like, "Yeah, I heard, but like, bro, you got that permit and shit." He was like, "Yeah, I already applied for it." He was like, "But the concrete company, like,
Just shut down.
they were like, yeah, they weren't allowed." He was like, "Yeah, we can't even get fucking concrete." And so, I mean,
They're mixing concrete.
yeah, it was like,
Where do
so
you get it? Home Depot's closed.
well, and you know, it was like, that ain't even concrete, motherfuckers. Bag concrete's for bitches.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You bitch, I do bad concrete.
Yeah, bag concrete
I
that
see
I've
what you
done with
mean.
you a couple times, but that shit sucks. Anyways, yeah, it was a weird thing. It was, I remember all the texts going around, and it just like kept coming through. Oh, this meeting shut down. This meeting shut down. We can't meet here. And I was like, fuck, this is weird.
I feel like a lot of these things are just tests. I think the whole thing in it, because look, there was like that period where like nothing really happened, and then it was like 9/11 happened, and then it was just like Shuking, 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 shuking. It was like one after the other. It was like, this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, and fucking the teachers are fucking the kids, and you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's getting crazy.
Teachers are
fucking the kids.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Boom.
Did you hear about that one in town?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in my work was talking about
What
it.
happened?
Chick teacher fucked a kid.
What are your thoughts on that, Julia?
What are my thoughts?
Pros, cons.
I would be
Yeah, I want to know.
interested to hear.
Is it like a yeah?
No.
So you don't. It's not what you thought.
So, first off, people want to say, like, okay, I'm sure there are dads out there like, fuck yeah, that boy got it.
I don't think it's the dads. I think it's the other kids.
Well, yeah, probably as well. But no, there's definitely dads out there.
There definitely is
Because I've
dads.
talked to men, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, no big deal. She was hot. Great. Me? If that were me, bitch. Oh, it makes me so mad. Because there's such a double standard. Okay? Because, like, he's still a child. Do you know how fucked up that makes his brain chemistry? How fucked that makes his brain chemistry?
Maybe he's just a G.
There it is.
Yo, that dick game on point.
Yeah. No, but
It's gotta fuck him up.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I mean,
But I mean, whatever. I
yeah,
just think
but
it's.
I think
See,
it's more the public
Okay,
image.
what if it were an adult man who bangs a?
I think that's way different.
It's not.
So you don't think the girl would be way more negatively affected? Like I do. I'm
No.
sure. Like
I don't.
I think.
But girls like going after the older guys sometimes.
Right. Well, here's the thing.
That's not a.
What's the thing? What's the thing about?
Canceled.
Yeah, canceled. No, but what's
fucking canceled for that.
no? But what's the thing behind that? What's the whole ideology behind the older man,
Okay, so
the silver fox?
oh wow. In my case, it's severe daddy issues.
Really?
But yes.
Yeah,
Full.
100%. Every time. Every time, or can you the girl just like an older
Oh,
gentleman?
sure. No, I think there's something about older men that kind of look distinguished in a way. Safe. Do you know what I mean? Money.
Established.
Security.
Established.
Exactly.
Red
all
Corvette.
of the things I didn't have in my dad because he was not there. But those are the things I think when I look at an older man and I'm like, yeah, I'd
George
rock
Clooney.
that.
George Clooney.
But yes, George Clooney-esque, yeah.
So still though, my curiosity is like. To me, it just seems logical. This isn't anything.
Back to the school thing?
Yeah, like the girl is like clearly being taken advantage of. Okay, like if a male teacher bangs a dude, like or bangs a chick.
Okay.
So, but what about like he's just a young fucking riled up, rock hard all the time kid, and the teacher. Like I understand that it obviously it's gonna screw up. I think what you said is what like the brain chemistry. Just like it kind of fucks some things up.
Well, any person of power who takes advantage of someone who isn't in power takes away power from that person. Which
Yeah. So this is
if we go based on male student rock hard all the time, riled up, blah blah blah. You don't think fucking teenage girls are all riled up?
Yeah, but there's a difference.
Because they are.
You
No.
know, well,
Yes,
they
there
keep
is.
going back to the
So-
so this goes
Hold on,
back to
hold
the
on.
honey
No.
pot.
Okay. Because this is what I've said all the time. Because if a chick has to allow for this, otherwise it's rape.
Right.
So like the chick is the one who's allowing this. The guy isn't like. It's just not the same as a guy as a male kid.
I can see where you're coming from. However, the effects are very similar, if not same.
You think? Do you think so? Like, seriously, like
I
the
really
kid,
do.
Do you think that kid is as fucked up as that like kid who's totally getting now? And this is where the double standard comes into place. When all the friends are like, "Yo, you smashing Miss Smith, nice dog," but like. He gets credit. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
He like
Affirmation.
Positive affirmation.
Positive
Now that chick does it, no one's gonna be like, oh my God, honey, we're taking advantage. They're like, oh my God, she's
What
a
a
whore.
fucking
She's
whore.
sucking Mr. fucking
She's getting straight
Mr.
fucking A's.
Amendola, sucking him off. Like, what a little bitch.
Yeah.
You know, so that, like, I just feel like that kid is not going to be as fucked
Well,
up.
I guess, and if you look at it in that aspect, yeah. But I mean, just objectively, someone of power taking advantage of someone who is not in power, I mean, the results are the same.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
again, this is like.
This is exactly what I mean.
But the double,
Fucking-
I don't know if there's a
understand
double.
what you mean,
I understand the double standard thing. I get it. I'm with you on that. But at the same time, a kid who finds a teacher attractive, it's like a dream.
Well, right.
It's
I
like
mean,
a dream that it happens.
See, that
But
might
it's
be the
also,
case.
I had a teacher, a student teacher in high school who I wanted to bang furiously.
That's what I was going to say. So I feel like
Mr.
the
Herons.
same thing. Did you say
Should I
Mr.
say his name?
Mr. Herons, yes.
Did you
Can I say his name?
Herring?
Herons.
Malinsky?
I'm not going to say the first part, but
It was-
oh
it
my
was
God. He
something
showed
with-
me his Mustang after school. He definitely wanted to hit, but I once accidentally touched his dick too. It was great. One of the best
why
moments of
didn't
my
you?
life.
Why didn't you?
Opportunity didn't meet desire. Because if I would have had the opportunity, I definitely would have, and I wouldn't have felt bad about it.
Wow. Interesting.
Sweet. Shout out Mr. Malinsky or Zelensky,
Yeah.
whatever your hot ass name was with your Mustang.
Swarovski.
Dog me out.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Mm-hmm. I just feel like guys banging chicks is like the ultimate, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For guys. And I think for girls, when a girl bangs a guy, right? Now it's a whole different thing where it's like, I'm a bad bitch. Mm-hmm. I get the dick. Mm-hmm. You know? But which wasn't the case for a long time. Mm-hmm. But now that it's like that, because it wasn't like that, it's like it had a negative connotation with it. You know what I mean?
So like the girl
it's
who's
like girl,
oh yeah, I can fuck whoever I want. Just
yeah, it didn't look good.
I was actually, who was I talking to about? I think it was actually him. I think I was talking to you about this. There is such a double standard with that.
Yeah.
Like men can fuck whoever they want, talk shit on that person, whoever they fucked, and it's just like this big game, right? Okay.
I don't think guys look that far into it. It's not really a game.
Well, that's not, no, just like the grant. Yes.
There definitely are some dudes who are like that.
Yes.
The
You gotta-
Tates.
Yeah. Ugh. Andrew Tate, fuck off, suck my dick. Anyway.
Ooh.
But it's just, the thing is, I think that women should be able to fuck whoever they want and not get any backlash, just like men. No one looks at you as a man. Don't look at Dave. This is hypothetical. That if he fucks 3 girls in one day, it's like, fuck yeah, man. A girl fucks 3 guys in one day. You're like, that girl is worn out, beat.
I still think I understand what you're saying. I just still think there's a difference because the girl is the one that allows it. Like a dude has to like.
Yeah. See, that's
It sounds
that's the difference. See, that's the double standard is just the application, right?
Everything you say about
Like, because like a guy like me doing that, it's like I gotta try so fucking hard.
it involves a lot of work.
So much work and stress and manipulation and fucking back and forth, and it's like all consuming. It's my day, right? It'd be a full-time job to do that. But like a girl, it's just like, oh, up, in.
Hey, yo, come
So
here.
so does that make men more pathetic then if they fuck 3 girls in one day? Because if it just comes easy to me, then why isn't it, oh, no big deal? But for a man, that's fucking.
That's a fair argument.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, that's the thing. Guys who do that. See, I think it comes down to the individual, right? Because if you're an individual and you're doing that, it's not like the outside perspective. You're doing that, you're losing your soul, right? And it's crushing to a degree. I mean,
don't think so.
I've never met somebody long term who does that, who doesn't really deep down just have severe like
issues.
hate themselves. Yeah, hate themselves, right?
Yeah.
And that's just like that's the end goal. And I look at that and I'm like, that's fucked. You know, I don't like it. I don't like it when it happens on either side. I don't like when guys do it. I don't like when girls do it, because I feel like you should be committed to somebody and you should love somebody. And people who do that give a bad rap to everyone else who's trying to do something. And guys get thrown under the bus and girls get thrown under the bus. And it's kind of like a fucking...
So I don't think that you need to be in a relationship to have sex with someone. I think that it needs to be a very mutual understanding of what is going on.
You have to be adult about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what you said before, like a dude talks shit on a chick after having sex. Like, that stuff is weird to me. Like, that I've never understood. I'm like,
you fucked her, bro.
yeah,
You fucked her. You put your dick in there.
Yep.
And you're going to... And then you do it again.
You
do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Yeah.
So to talk shit on that whole thing is weird. I just have never understood that, because
I think it comes into the control factor. You know what I mean?
I don't think it does. It's not control. Because think about it. The only reason, the way that I look at it is I'm like, well, that ruins my chance of having sex again. And I happen to love that. So, like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't think it's control. I think it's just perspective, like, what you want dudes to think. That's got to be the only reason. Like, the only time I did something was, sorry, Katie Silvas. But yeah, I did that.
On blast.
Yeah, whatever. It was bad, but I like lied because I was horny in the moment. I wanted to bang, and she didn't. But she coaxed me into talent, like making me take her to homecoming, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not fucking taking this bitch to homecoming." And so then she like said something in front of like on the bus or something, and was like, "Oh, is that why when your dick was in my hand, but you said you were going to take me to homecoming?" And I was like, I never said that. And I made her look like an idiot. And I was just like, I never fucking said, you're crazy. And like, everyone believed me. And
wow.
Yeah. Piece of shit. I know. But
Damn,
my point to this is that it was because of how I wanted people to think of me. So maybe I guess you could implement
It's a
like
control thing.
control.
It's a control
and say
thing.
I wanted to control what people would like perceive in their perspective
Yeah.
of it. But yeah, I don't know. It was it was a piece of shit thing to do, but yeah, I did that.
There is the whole, you know what I mean? And there's so many crazy variables going into this, right? Where you have girls and guys like a chase,
Yeah.
like a hunt, right? And yearn for that ability to change somebody's mind, you know?
Yeah, because it makes you feel powerful.
It makes you feel powerful, right?
Yeah, it
and
does
so,
fulfill
and,
part of
and
you,
so
yeah.
there's a lot of
Powerful?
yeah. There's a like so
Yeah,
like
being
so like
able to-
a guy who's like a whore, right? Who's good looking and everything, and there's always that one girl who keeps going back and trying to get into that relationship and be, you know what I mean, and change him, you know what I mean, and like wants to lock him down, but he just is fucking destroying her, right? And
Sounds familiar. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
I hope you watch this. Anyway.
well, and
Knows who. That's
NL.
and like anal.
I love you.
that's funny. You're like anal. You don't.
I know.
You're not in on this. But that's
I don't
funny.
even know. But so there's that whole thing that happens to change, right? And on the other side, you have girls who were like that too, you know, who just fucking playing games, right? Playing games. She belongs to the streets, you know, that whole thing.
Those are my girls. Belong to the streets all you want.
Yeah. Well, and I think
Get them
Not for
streets,
me,
cuz.
because
Get-
it
get
drains
to
me.
them.
It makes me feel bad about myself. So.
well, and I
Oh my
think
God.
and I think that the ultimate conclusion is that, you know, regardless of most things and or anything, is that we're fucking animals. We have animalistic behaviors.
And sex is one of those, yes.
is a key one, right? Is a major
It's
one.
the best one.
Yeah. And
I
it's
don't
like
know, eating is pretty good too.
eating,
Valid
consumption.
Point. Valid
Yeah,
point.
valid
Yeah,
point.
you're pretty solid for that.
And you know, we're just a bunch of apes out here fucking. You know what I mean?
Fucking
In the heat of the Sahara, going to the watering hole.
The only difference about us
is that
is
we have a conscience.
Yes,
we have a conscience. We have emotions. We have a
Yes.
conscience,
Guys,
and we're tied to the social norms, right? And we're being told what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And I think it's important to put people who have the same values and principles in your life. You know. But you
that's
just
like
try
a
don't
real
just
fucking responsible way of
but
looking at it.
but don't lower yourself to other people's expectations because you might see them as interesting or fun or man, I wish I could idolize. Man, I wish I could be that guy who's just out there getting it. He's in the trenches. He's putting on the fucking
boots.
He's putting on the work boots. You know what I mean?
The mud.
He's got the tassels
Yeah.
on and shit and all the fucking medals and he's going to these
Tassels?
parties.
Medals.
He's got these medals. He's got these fucking.
The
Like-
fuck are you talking about, man?
You know, he's got this war shirt, man. It's fucking, it's decorated. This motherfucker's getting it.
Oh, this is a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a metaphor.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
You lost me on this fucking.
I was
metaphor,
confused,
man.
but now I'm
Just
yeah,
let
I'm
this
caught
dude
up.
Yeah, he's got a body count. This motherfucker's got some things. You know what I mean?
You
Got
guys
it.
want to hear something? Okay, so listen, this is how the world has changed, right? Because I like, you know,
Let's hear this.
I
Big
had
body.
I had like a fair. I remember thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna die alone. I'm never gonna have sex. Then I had sex, and I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, okay, cool. What I was not doing is my 17-year-old coworker who was telling me that he ran a train on these two girls and like they were all about it. And he was like, yeah. And just telling me this. And I was like, am I like that old that this is like where things have like progressed to? I was like,
Yeah.
I never even had like a fucking threesome. I was like, and this dude's out there, 5 dudes, 3 chicks, just, I don't even know if that's a train. It's just an orgy, but that's a fucking cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, you're young and like things happen.
Yeah, I got myself into some pretty.
Yeah, this shit happens all over the world. I remember watching.
Bro, there was 17. Don't act, listen, fuckface. No. Don't act so fucking calm about it, because like
You've
that
never
was
been
not
at like
our
a
thing.
party where everyone was having sex,
Yeah, but not like that.
like
Not-
next to each other?
Yeah, but that's, I feel like, different, and it wasn't all that many people. It was like, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like maybe like 3 people.
Like 3 couples?
Yeah, and it's not like they're not all like involved. They were like switching out and fucking Eiffel and towering and
That's
like
Tagging.
cool.
Tag
it
team.
was- yeah.
Tag team. Oh, I would
Yeah.
love to do that. Like have a girl tag me in.
Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, my turn, bitches.
We got number 9 here. Number 9.
Yeah.
Where's number 9 at?
Oh my god.
Calling ticket number 9.
It's number 9 back there. Number 10. All right.
Yep. All right. Well, number 9. 1, 2, 3. All right. Up number 10.
Yeah, man, wouldn't that be interesting to have one of them guys?
A fucking auctioneer,
an
ticket
auctioneer,
counter.
auctioneer
Yeah.
at an orgy.
In an
Can
orgy.
you do an impersonation? Come on.
Yeah, but we got number 9, pocket threes coming up. Jack's hitting the benches. Sweat, too much sweat. Is that oil? We said no oil. Oil's on the table. Get 10, 12, and 13 up here. Yeah, bada, bada, bada. But I think, so it's like cool, you know? It's like,
It's cool.
It's cool. Kids are doing these things now. They're experiencing things later
I
on in life.
guess. I don't know. I just thought that
Later
that
on in
was-
life. Well, I mean, you know, you always
a lot, dude.
you always hear
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot, and it's so bad for. I mean, It is bad.
Dude, they
It's
dropped
bad.
her.
It's
They
bad.
dropped them off. They were like, yeah. How about this? They were
Get
like,
the fuck out the car.
no. They were like, hey, can you just drop us off at this place? And they're like, yeah, I guess. Why?
Who dropped who off? What are you talking about?
The guys, my buddy. I guess I won't say his name.
the
But he
guys.
like dropped them off at these like other dude's house to go get like banged out
Again.
more, and I was just like,
Oh, so they banged the girls and then they dropped.
And then
he
the
dropped
girls, and then the
off?
girls went.
and they
Fucking get it, girl.
yeah,
Round
yo,
two.
out there.
Round
Round like 3, 4, 5,
five,
6,
six,
7,
seven.
and
Coming
8.
in at a staggering 1,460 pounds, we have the all-time winners.
What? That is a fat fucking person.
Oh no, it's 3 people. Oh, 3 large people.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's fucking more than 3 of me.
How many? Wait.
1,348 pounds or whatever you said. That is. I thought you were gonna say like
That's a-
1,348 guys.
I
who
thought
are-
so
yeah, you know.
too.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just showing
That's
their
a-
body counts off, and it was a lot. That's what he
my
was
God.
telling me, and I was like,
Hey man.
what's yours? And he's like, it wasn't that many.
Well, you know, I
When
think
in
that
Rome.
it goes back to how women were so shamed for having sex for so long. Like, oh, it's good. Why would you? But men are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And so now women are literally just doing it as a fucking statement. Because believe me, I'll fucking sit there and I'll lie to myself and I'll be like, I'm a bad bitch. I'll fuck whoever I want when I want. But I'm a little bitch, right? I don't do that. I'm scared. No one has to hurt here.
It's all about your chi. Where are you at?
Huh?
Are you centered? Well, I started doing yoga now. You know what I mean? I'm feeling.
What
I'm
the fuck,
feeling-
bro? You got some wild transitions.
Yeah.
there,
This
guys.
is one for the fucking books.
Yeah.
Andrew.
No, but I did. So Damon B on the 2 episodes ago, he said, "Do you want to go do yoga?" I said, "Yes."
Oh, so
All
you
right.
did go.
So I went. Yeah, at 5
Did
in the
you
morning.
like it?
That's good.
Loved it. Fucking was fantastic. Pushed me to the absolute limit. It was like 110 degrees in this fucking room. I walk into this room and I said,
awful.
as soon as the fucking wave, it's a wave of heat, it hit me. I said, oh. I said, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Was it specifically hot yoga?
No, it wasn't just hot yoga. It was the most intense type of yoga that you can do, apparently. Damon gave me
And
no...
you thought that was...
No, he thought, like, Damon was like, oh, yeah, yoga, it's stretching is good. Dude, I'm in there, and I'm looking at these other people in there, and these fucking people are yogis. You know what I mean? They're like, they go there every week. They can't wait for this fucking class because it's the fucking...
How did you feel afterwards?
How did I feel? I felt, like, enlightened. Because it's a struggle. Like, the whole time, it's a push. It's a fucking... You're constantly ground up, crazy position, constantly moving.
Can you show me one?
All right.
Can I do it with you? Oh.
That one.
Ooh. I don't think I can do that. Oh, I can't do that. Ooh, shaky. Shaky boy.
This and just holding your arms above your head, stretching as high as you can. You know what I mean? Like all the way out through your body, and then back down.
Ooh, get it. Ooh, get it. Ooh.
You know, you're just sweating. You're like,
That sounds... I hate to sweat.
Really?
I fucking hate to sweat.
I like
If I go to the gym and I sweat, it's a bad day because my hair will be greasy.
What
But
the
there-
fuck? How do you go to the gym and not sweat?
I regulate my body temperature. I drink some water. I mean, a lot of times I do, but it makes me really upset.
what, when you sweat?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It's fucked up. I don't want to talk about it.
I sweat so much all the time.
I can see that you're fucking amped up, bro.
Yeah.
It's the cold showers.
That's what gets it. That's what gets it. And it's interesting because you'll have people who do that too much. Damon B smells like sweat all the time.
All the time.
See, that's
All the time, 100%.
That's
he's
gross.
he's eating, raw chives, and he's like fucking, he's eating raw chives and fucking spring water. You know what I mean? Sprinkling arrogant on his forehead.
Wait, can you do that one move again?
No.
Because you were straight up just
we both
sucking a
like
dick. Oh my god!
Wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna do it again. Nope.
Your eyes are watering. It looks like you're gonna have to sneeze again.
Look at the light.
Let it go. A sneeze is an eighth of an orgasm.
I
So if you
love
sneeze 8 times, you
sneezing.
come. Me too.
I love it. I love the build up.
Dude, I
Ever
sneeze
sneezed 8 times in a
when
row.
I look into the sun.
No.
Dave's seen this. When I look into the sun, I sneeze like 10 times.
On the H1, he comes. It's one of them fucking 7.5-hour rope loads.
I love sneezing.
Great sensation. Such an olfactory.
Oh god.
Fucking
Yes.
I let it go. I let him go. I love it.
I don't hold it back.
No, fuck no. Let it all go, baby. I love it.
I hold it back. What was terrifying was the other day. So I was mixing concrete in this enclosed space for a long time, for 3 days. I woke up. I was like, something's not wrong with my sinus because it's packed full of concrete and shit. And it was like just eroding my sinuses. And I fucking sneezed and I just shot fucking just blood everywhere in my room. Just like a fucking
Was it-
Abrams battle tank.
Was it the least satisfying
reference.
sneeze or the most satisfying sneeze of your life?
I mean, it was just the fact that I caught like a chunk
Rocks.
of fucking concrete and mucous membrane and blood on my hand. I just looked at it. I was like, wow.
Sounds satisfying yet concerning.
Yeah.
So, American Psycho. Have you ever seen that movie?
Dude, your fucking transitions are
No,
wild
I
today.
haven't
It's
actually.
with-
Wait, is that the guy where he's fucking someone and the thing
Yeah.
he
In
looks
the mirror.
Yeah, he's looking in the
You
mirror.
know, I actually had sex with someone who literally did that.
That's so fucking
Run,
hot.
run,
Amen
run
to
at
that
all
guy.
costs.
Yeah, no, he's fucking cool. Yeah, I love him. I love him. That's so fucking cool. If I was hot as shit, I would do that all the time. I would do different flexes as I was fucking, for sure.
That same guy, literally, when we banged in front of a mirror multiple times, he would just look at himself and not me. Ouch.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say you're beat.
Yeah, bro, look at me. I'm the fucking show. Ew, you
I
know what was
love-
weird?
I
I just
love-
looked at you and you made a noise, but your face did literally nothing.
I just say
Probably
so.
like the guy that was flexing in the mirror.
That was weird. I had like an out of body experience. Stop it. Is that you?
Well, I think
Shit.
there's. I mean, man, we went down a rabbit hole.
There's so many things.
So many things. American Psycho. At the end, everyone's like, "What happened? Did society allow him, deem him to be a murderous killer? Is he being protected by his father? Is everybody in on it and understands?"
I've never seen the movie.
Have you seen the movie, dude?
Yeah, it was a long fucking time ago, though. I don't remember that. Like, I know what
I
you're
mean,
talking about.
Can we talk about Brokeback Mountain?
Sure, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I tell you the most psycho thing ever? But you can't judge me. Actually, maybe
I've been judging it the whole time.
What? What did you say?
What?
I think it was the. So I remember people talking about it, and I remember watching the movie. Call me gay, make fun of me, I don't care, whatever. I watched it.
Yeah, you did.
I was like,
And what?
well, it was just so weird. I was like, oh my God, he's inside of him. It was like so.
They're
quick.
not fishing.
What? But they were just like two straight guys, and it was all fine. And then all
so
of a sudden,
hot.
And then they were just fucking like randomly. I was like, whoa, there was no
A
lead
lot.
up.
Nothing. Have you seen it, Andrew?
Absolutely not.
Okay, listen.
It makes
I
no
was
sense, dude.
I was like maybe 9. when I first watched the movie. My mom didn't let me, of course, but it was playing late night on one of those like I don't
Lifetime?
yes.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
in I watched that movie like 4 times in a row.
Really?
And I got so obsessed with Heath Ledger after he died. I watched Brokeback Mountain after he died, and then I became extremely obsessed with him. I thought he was talking to me.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I became like, I literally thought Heath Ledger was my best friend as a ghost.
Wow. You wanted Ghost Heath Ledger.
Wait a minute. Heath Ledger was in Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, it was him and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Him and Jake
Oh my
Gyllenhaal.
gosh, I can never see this movie.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Just I thought it was such a weird movie. I was
It,
like, I don't even
it
care
was
about
so
Grace.
good and beautiful.
Why was it good and beautiful? It was just so weird and unrealistic, I feel like. You have confirmation bias on that. You just want them two dudes to bang each other.
I desperately tried to see something.
Why? Why is that hot? Dudes banging dudes?
Because I was a fucked up child, Dave.
I guess, but just dudes are gross.
Oh, not those two dudes.
Yeah, they're hot, but like not
I'm sure-
when they're inside of
I'm
each
sure
other.
it's-
Oh, that's even hotter.
I remember.
Really?
Just them, not in general. Just like those two guys.
I don't know, man.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm out. I'm so
Ledger.
far off.
So Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler was kind of terrifying. Jake Gyllenhaal in
good movie.
great movie. Jake
never seen
Gyllenhaal in buddy, you know where I'm going. Donnie Darko. Have you ever seen it?
No.
All right, you have to.
Haven't seen it, but man, my fucking buddy. Wait,
You haven't
is there
seen
Donnie
it?
Darko or Donnie Brasco?
Donnie Darko.
Yeah, Donnie Darko. I think I said this about Brasco, and I was like, "That's my buddy's favorite movie." No, Donnie Darko is with Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my buddy Justin's favorite movie.
Oh,
I never watched it.
Dude, we should watch it tonight.
I'm not watching it tonight. I have to be at work at 6 a.m. Not a fucking show.
I gotta meet subcontractors at a job site tomorrow morning. I'm not happy about it. But yeah, it's one of those movies that it's just I'm a mind fuck type of movie. I like watching shit where you're like, what the fuck? And you gotta watch it a couple of times.
We always, every time we've had a movie talk, I wanted to bring up The Machinist.
Love The Machinist.
That's one of the best movies ever made. The ending where it brings it all together. It's like the best ending of
Full
a movie
circle.
ever. Ever. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it?
No.
I didn't think so. It's a great movie. Watch
What's your favorite movie?
Spoke
What, Brokeback Mountain?
I don't have a favorite movie.
Well, what's your top couple? The Notebook.
What's a movie you
No.
enjoy?
I literally, when you ask me that question, nothing comes to my mind.
Besides
Jim Carrey?
What?
Big
No.
Fish.
You just saying random shit?
Yeah.
Maybe like Rugrats, The Wild Thornberries.
Oh, I could kiss you right now. The Wild Thornberries.
Dave, shut the fuck up.
Oh
Ew.
Oh my God! You said the Wild Thornberries. I love the.
My
Wild
mom dated
What's-
a guy
what-
who looked like the dad from Wild Thornberries.
How did he
And
talk?
he flew away to Australia.
Nigel. Or how did he talk? Nigel. No. I
It was
remember I
similar to
used to
that.
I used to be able to say talk like him. I'm trying to get there. It's hard. You
You're
had,
the funniest fucking person I know.
what do you mean? Not funny at all. It's very intimate right now, so I'm kind of like
I'm
allowing
having a
myself to be a
blast.
little funny and free, you know. You know, it's cool. So, Wild Thornberries.
Yeah,
Nigel.
so that's probably, I don't know, that just came to my mind, but literally when you asked me that, nothing comes to my brain. Like, what's
You
your
don't-
favorite movie? I don't know.
you don't have you
I
Shawshank
don't
Redemption.
Like, so I don't like watching movies at all.
Why? What
Because
perturbs
I
you
have
about
better
them?
shit to do than watch a movie.
Like what?
Like, I don't know.
Kids?
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
First, that's the thing. I can't sit down and enjoy a movie. Watching a movie has to literally be like a task because there's a kid. I once tried to watch a movie It was a 2-hour movie. It took me 6 hours.
Dude, I
So
understand.
why the fuck would I want to watch a movie?
Well,
Why?
we went.
Dave, answer me. Why would I want to watch a movie?
Well, I could tell you. Because they're good.
Well, so
I don't think so. Not good enough.
Well, so we all went to go see John Wick 4. And this is how serious I am about movies, right? If I go to a movie theater, like I have a whole like I'm prepping my mind, I'm getting ready for it just to take in all this information and be there and an observer, right? It's like a mental thing. And the whole time this kid's next to me and he's just like, "Hey." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Hey, you think I'm like, "Yeah, that's funny, haha." He's like, "Oh yeah, I was in the lifting block." Fucking, I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Movie's starting," and he's just like, "Well, it's what do you think about girls?" I'm like, "I don't know, they're nice. The movie's like starting, dude." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, that's good." And then I got Damon on the other side of me. He's just like, like he's just doing his typical Damon laugh, super loud, and then he's nudging me. He's just like, Zoc? Oh my God. Zoc? And I'm like, yep. Yeah, that's me. And then eventually the kid turns over again. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Watch a movie. And then I'm just like in the movie.
See, that's not me. I'm the person who's like, it's like, what are we going to have for dinner?
Oh, if you were, you can't even get in my force field. I would just leave.
I'm too wishy-washy, so I'd be like, oh fuck, he lit that dude up. Steak and potatoes? Like, try and, like, do both.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do the whole thing where I'm, like, I'll just leave. Like, I'll just, like, if somebody says something. And I also figured out that I have this trait, too. Like, if I'm watching a movie I've already watched, and this really annoys me about
can't rewatch
myself.
movies?
Well, I do this
Best
thing.
friend.
I do this thing that's really fucking weird. I don't like where, like, if I'm showing somebody a movie that I really like the whole time, I'm like looking at them. And they're like, "Why are you looking at me?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I keep doing it. And then I'm like, because I'm looking for their expression after I think I see something that's funny or good or whatever. I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, hey, look at me," you know?
Make a face.
Yeah,
There's
an expression.
only, like-
Okay, I'm weird.
There's only, like, certain movies that I can watch. Like, Happy Gilmore's one of them. Mm-hmm. And Den of Thieves. I fucking love that movie.
What about Nacho Libre?
No thanks.
I have never
Dust.
willingly watched a movie twice. Fuck that.
I have those two movies both, but that's it. Anytime if I'm like,
It makes me sick.
What's funny is if I'm like, it'll come on and I'll be like, people be like, "Oh, this is great, man." I'm like, watched it, and they're like, "When?" I'm like, like 8 years ago. I don't remember it, but I don't want to watch it again. I've seen it. Like, I don't want to. And then I get mad when I do watch it. I'm like, I remember what's gonna happen. Like, I hate that.
I'm the person who watches movies and I look up the ending while I'm watching it.
I would fucking
you.
I would cold
Yeah,
cock
fuck.
you in the face.
Cold cock.
I would
Yeah,
just fucking
fuck
straight,
you.
just fucking high
Dude,
elbow.
no, that's the
Deserving.
thing. No. See, I hate surprises of any sort at all. So, like, if I'm watching a movie, I want to know exactly what's going to happen next so I can prepare myself. Completely and totally. I will ruin that movie, but be happy that I ruined it.
You're a sick fucking beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, but, like,
No,
I would just rather get the movie the fuck over with. Tell me what happened, and I can be done.
God,
Do I make you sick?
it's cringe.
Do you want to strangle me?
And
bury me in the backyard?
Look, I'll tell you something. I watch movies trying to find deeper meaning every time I watch them.
Ugh.
And I've watched one movie to date. I've watched 562 times.
I can't. Okay. No, I'm not. We're not doing this.
Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. I watch it periodically, probably 10 to 20 times a year.
What can I kill myself with? It'll make the biggest fucking commotion on here right now.
If you would, like, bang your head off the table until you died, that would probably be the biggest thing to do.
Thanks for the advice. It's more of a
I knew
question.
I knew that was gonna destroy you guys whenever I said that.
Yeah, it did.
So
I
well, see, that's the thing.
understand.
So that's the thing about people with autism or people on the spectrum or with savants. Says I'm not sure if I've never been labeled that or
No autistic savant says that they're an autistic savant. You fuck.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that. Just people on the spectrum in general. Watches the same movies all the time. I watch movies all the time, same ones.
And that's all we have.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry.
My
That was
brain.
mean.
What?
I can't comprehend that.
What? Watching movies that many times?
562 times? No, and don't act like
How
it's
do you
unreasonable.
find it enjoyable?
Yeah.
Because
Is it like
there's
like
a
watching it for the first time every time?
no, there's like emotion. I watch it when I want to feel the emotion that's tied to the movie, that's tied to the frames.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
There's
I guess
You know
feeling.
what? I can relate to that with songs.
Yep. There's feeling behind it.
I find a song and I listen to it every time I get in the car for almost the whole entire car ride.
Yeah, but
Which one?
Right now, it's What It Is by some Dolo J something.
Rowdy Rich.
No, but I have learned that I like Roddy Rich.
Yeah, me too. One of my faves.
Really?
Yeah.
The Rowdy. But, everyone has their thing. Everyone has that thing that they do a lot. You know what I mean? Some people just walk into a room and they have to flip a light switch 10 times. They're good.
Uh-huh.
You're like, it's on.
That's normal, yeah.
And some people don't bathe for a few days. And some people
Also,
get sick all the time. And some people,
cuss their mom out.
cuss their mom out.
Yeah.
Some people teach kids, and then some
teachers fuck
some
kids.
teachers fuck kids. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. We're
Go
just
full circle.
we're in this fishbowl called life. We're all just enjoying it, going through it, talking about it.
Sure.
The overwhelming sensation that we are not alone. We are one with the world and as it is.
Is this the wrap up?
I feel like it may be. It's time.
I agree.
I always gauge the episodes by Dave because I look at Dave and I can tell how long we've been going on and how much he is engaged and how he just wants this to fucking stop.
Aw, Dave.
I don't think I'm at that point, but I'm tired. I had a terrible day, but things brightened.
Oh,
up,
poor
so.
Dave.
Yeah.
Poor Dave. is sad.
Oh, poor David's the victim. David's the victim. I am. Feel bad for me. Give me your pity.
Well, Dave, you
Give it
got
to
it.
me. Thanks. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
David's
I
tired.
don't care about your shit,
David's
Dave.
tired, and it's all your fault.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening in to episode 12.
Damn.
Is it 12 or 13?
It's 12.
I can't do the noise.
I think it's 12.
I thought it was 13. I don't.
Wait a
fucking
minute.
know.
Because I got 10. Maybe it's 13. Episode maybe 13.
Either fucking way, listen and love it.
Listen and love it.
Don't fucking listen.
This episode was brought to you by Vinny's Pizza. If you want a good slice of pizza with some mushrooms and pepperonis, then go down and call Vinny.
And if you're autistic, then what you'll do is get the same pizza every time. Half mushroom and half pepperoni.
Whee!
Even though you should just
Get the
get
pepperoni and mushroom on the whole
com-
thing. That would
combined,
have made
'cause
my
that
life a
would
lot
be-
easier.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would be good, but no.
And while you're at it, like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
To get notified.
Yeah, to get notified when
Right?
new episodes
Yeah,
come
that's
out.
how it works.
And you can be with us and enjoy the thing. This upcoming week, I will be handing off the etherical baton to Dave S3.
Scary.
I love that you said etherical baton. I'm so fucking hard.
Yeah. And he will be filling the spots with the guests. I will be in California editing episodes and uploading them, if you even care. And that's all. What? Yeah, they all care. They should care. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you for listening. Couch Godz out.